Taking over your block, one salon at a time. If a bitch can cock a Glock, bet a bitch can spit a rhyme. Objectify a hottie with the body and the face.
Do you think that you culturally appropriate?
I don't think that I appropriate culture. I would consider it culture swapping.
This is Hollei. She's a rapper and dancer based in LA.
I can relate so much more to a Black girl who grew up in Detroit than like a Korean girl who grew up uptown.
Hollei is an Asian American artist who traces her roots from the Chinese Hmong tribe. She grew up in Detroit's notorious 8 Mile neighborhood and counts Eminem and Nicki Minaj as her top influences in music.
And I love that kind of music. I felt like it was such a good outlet for me to like express myself. I mean, everyone wanted to be a rapper in the hood, you know?
In this episode of Style and Error, we are trying to find the line between homage and appropriation. Do you think that it's beneficial to be controversial?
I do think so. I don't feel at all like I use it as like a marketing thing to be able to get like people's attention. But at the end of the day, I have a message that I want to share.
Does my mouth look dry or I'm good?
You look great.
Cool. I'm Sayla Mitchell. I'm a model and I've experienced my own forms of cultural appropriation. I've been criticized for my big lips, freckles, and braids, even if many things about my look are considered trendy at the moment. My experiences made me think a lot about cultural appropriation. It's often assumed that cultural appropriation is exclusive to white people, but Black and Asian communities borrow from each other all the time too. Is it still appropriation when it's done by minority groups? There are a lot of gray areas, and we're here to unpack some of them.
Hi.
I'm Salem.
Hollei, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Please come in. So I'm gonna take you upstairs to my room.
Okay. Oh, amazing, you have your little studio set up.
I cleaned it just for you. I wanna show you some of my clothes, if I can get it out. But this is one of my favorite ones. The hood is so big, so I can kind of just like perform in it.
Who are your inspirations when it comes to clothing?
I do like a lot of like K-pop, hip-hop artists, like Asian streetwear.
Yeah, Asian streetwear, they are on another level.
I do have a lot of things that have a lot of my culture in it for sure. Like this, this print is from like the Hmong tribe as well too. Mm. And this is stuff I'll find at festivals all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're seeing things that come from your culture?
Oh, yeah.
Used.
All the time. But the difference I feel when it comes to like culture appropriation and music festivals, a lot of the vendors and people who go to music festivals, they take the time to learn about culture and really appreciate it.
Music festivals are infamous for cultural appropriation, but that didn't seem to be Hollei's perspective, so I wanted to know more about her background.
I grew up in Detroit. I was born in Portland, Oregon, and my parents are from Laos. I'm first generation Hmong American. So I battled a lot with how do I balance my culture with my surroundings, because I was very much like in the hood. I loved like breakdancing and rapping and all these things, and then like my parents had their own standards for me. So one of my lyrics is,
Born a slave, cook, clean 7 days. Mama had a lot of teach, never wanna hear me speak.
And so what does that mean?
my mom is super traditional, and those are the things that were always expected of me. I really like conflicted with my mom a lot, just because I had like a lot to say and had an opinion, about things. Like she didn't want me to play basketball, and her reason was because you're a girl, and that was it. It wasn't anything else. And that's part of one of my lyrics too. My brother's ballin', watch them play. Daddy said, know your place, mind your grades, and all these things. Way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like I was always a rebel.
Hollei was very firm about establishing her identity as an Asian who grew up in a Black community. I wanted to see how that identity manifested itself in her art, so I paid her a visit at a dance studio where she was rehearsing for one of her songs called Ling Ling.
Ling Ling is a racial term for an Asian girl, which is funny because I don't even really know many girls named Ling Ling. Mm-hmm. I feel like it would be the equivalent of saying like the N-word. For me, that is,
Can you tell me about your decision to carry over things that are understood as slurs in your culture? Why do you include that in your music?
Well, like such as like
Give your
or
poses.
like I just feel like if I can take these words and then take the negative power out of it and utilize it, I won't feel so offended by it, you know?
Linga, linga, ling, ling, do, 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 do. Linga, linga, ling, ling. 7, 8, and. Right. Okay.
Hollei said she was reclaiming terms like yellow to take the negative power away from them. But can people of other backgrounds use the same loaded terms? What's the line between appropriation and appreciation? To understand more about her process, I sat with her as she had her hair braided in preparation for a music video.
This is Ayano. She's gonna be braiding my hair today.
Okay. Are all your clients usually Asian, or do you do black hair too?
I have all the races. Yeah, I guess like since I'm Asian, like I think white people and Asian people, I think it's easier for them to come to me. Mm-hmm. And also I have black people's clients as well.
What is the significance of having a Japanese braider?
For me, it was just more of like an empowerment thing and encouragement because it's almost like what I do in music, but she does that in hair. My hair has always been done by black females though, so.
And they're always like super excited about it. They're
Yes,
always,
for sure, always, all the time. You know, I never had anyone do my hair and maybe felt like off about it. I don't want to use where I'm from as like, oh, well, I'm from Detroit though, so.
Yeah.
But then it helps them kind of relate and understand more of like, okay, I could see why she would be into rap.
Because I can particularly say in my life, like having braids, I've been called ghetto multiple times because of the hairstyle or the way that it's perceived. Do you feel like you experience some of the same things where people are calling you names or they're categorizing you because you choose to partake in these hairstyles and the way that you dress and stuff?
Well, I mean, even with my hair being blonde, for that I get, you know, are you trying to look more white? And then getting my hair braided, it's like, okay, she thinks she's like, you know, ghetto or from the hood. If I were to walk down the street now with this hair and a black woman is like, you shouldn't wear braids, I probably would not like get defensive, but I would probably ask her why she felt that way.
Does it still serve you as a protective style? Do you feel like it's still benefiting your hair, or do you think that it's more damaging than helpful?
I think it's probably more damaging to my hair because my hair is like really fine. Mm-hmm. So I definitely just do it, you know, for like the look.
So as a black woman with braids, I can give you from my standpoint, this is something that helps my hair grow, and this is something that's gonna hurt your hair. You're gonna be perceived in a way that's considered innovative or trendy, while I'm gonna be perceived as like ghetto or this hairstyle needs to be tamed.
Yeah, I mean, I could completely understand that. For me to like be like, no, that's not true, or that I would be like lying to myself. I'm gonna do it for me, but I don't care what you think about it.
Of course, I'm gonna be off beat, right? So yeah, exactly.
Can you tell me a little bit about the song? What's it called and what is it about?
So this song is called Nail Salon. Of course, there's a stereotype of Asian women working at nail salon. It's not like a very direct, like preachy, lecture type of song. You know, it's very fun and it's just kind of making light of the situations that I've been through in my life.
1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, holiday.
That crystal gel, bet it'll change your life. Lucy Lou in the sky with diamond sets, paid full price. If we speak a foreign tongue, don't mean we talking shit. You can pay me all in ones, bitch. Don't forget to tip.
I like that too.
I like that. I thought that one too.
I was like, damn, bitch, I felt that. Say it like you're saying it to your kid.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like your kid's like doing some fucked up shit.
Okay. I hope I don't talk to him. This is not how I talk to a child. No, okay. I know what you mean.
Do you ever consider any of Hollei's art, aesthetic, or persona to be cultural appropriation?
Not at all. I can understand why people would think that, but I incorporate a lot of like Asian culture in my music. For a black person, that could be looked at as appropriation in a way.
Let me put you in your place. Who dat? Who dat?
Cultural appropriation in hip-hop is a long-standing debate. Who's allowed to express themselves through rap music and fashion? Asian rappers have been a part of the scene for decades, while popular Black artists also integrate Asian elements into their work. At this point, is it appropriation or a cultural exchange? Dr. Ninoshka McTaggart, a sociologist who studied Asian American hip-hop for the last 20 years, thinks the question is pretty complicated. Does cultural appropriation go the other way? Do you feel like hip-hop artists appropriate Asian culture at any times?
It goes both ways. So I think hip-hop has taken pieces from Asian American culture, or I shouldn't say take, but like embraced, and vice versa. So I think that's just the nature of culture.
Do you think that Nicki Minaj has appropriated Asian culture by using Chun-Li, or I know in other music videos she's brought elements of Asian culture?
Well, I think with that, I mean, I usually look at it as like a case-by-case basis, but I think, again, it's all about giving the credit to Asian Americans and not making, I guess, a mimicry or mockery of the culture. And as long as that happens, I don't think there is cultural appropriation.
Are there any ways that Asians have contributed to hip-hop that we are overlooking?
Asian Americans have been participating in hip-hop culture since the late 70s, but people usually don't even know that.
What are they connected to about it, and why do they, Black community and Asians, why do they have this in common?
This idea of struggle or hustle is very important. So the idea that maybe you're a first-generation Asian American, you don't feel like you belong, you feel like an outsider, I think that theme is very prevalent in hip-hop, and I think Asian Americans can relate to that. Asian Americans are invested in hip-hop culture. It's not something that it's like I want to dip my feet into one day and then I'm out the next.
There's a lot to consider in the debate about cultural appropriation. Does your skin color or ethnicity decide what you're allowed to sing or wear? For people like Hollei, who grew up immersed in hip-hop culture and come from immigrant families, there's no single identity to go by. Why do you feel like you are able to express yourself in whatever way with whatever hairstyle and in any ways that you'd like?
I mean, because I feel like as an artist, I shouldn't limit myself. And I can't create like walking on eggshells, afraid to like offend this person or that person. It's just like, I have to just think about, you know, creating for myself and sharing my stories as authentic as possible.
It's hard to tell if someone is really an appropriator with one look. But is there a limit to artistic freedom? And when is it used as an excuse to justify potentially offensive actions?